guys, this is Simon from MagicMayhemHobbies again. Today I've got a really simple terrain tutorial for you, and it's going to be on pallets. As you can see here, got a few pallets going on, lots of fuel drums, and these are my Goliath Necromunda gang, which is one of the games these things are perfect for. And this little scene we've got going on here, I think if you just had the barrels on their own, they just wouldn't look as cool. You've got to add some pallets in there, add a little layer of realism. So there you go. This isn't going to be a very long one because these are so simple. We'll go straight on and I'll show you what you're going to need. The tools we're going to use for our really simple pallets: some form of measuring device, nice metal ruler, does good, pair of clippers, paintbrush, whatever colour paints you want to do your pallets in. I've got a blue, yellow ochre and a burnt sienna, and Devlin mud, part of the Citadel range. Just going to muddy them up. Don't want our pallets to look brand new, unless you want yours to look brand new, in which case skip that one. Bit of super glue and some coffee stirrers. I'd recommend coffee stirrers over lollipop sticks because they're a much better size for the old 28mm games like Necromunda, Infinity, Warhammer 40k, all those sort of things. So there you have it. That's what we're going to use. Nice and simple. We'll go straight on with it. Alright, first things first. The end of these sticks are rounded. What we want to do is just chop them off because they're not going to look right. Right at the very edges there. Chop them off both ends, and then depending on the size of your pallet, I'm going to go for about 2 inches. Going to go for quite a large one. Just cut that at 2 inches. There you go. Measure the next bit straight off that one. There you go. Right, we've got two 2-inch ones, and then we've got a slightly shorter one. Keep hold of that because all the offcuts we're going to have, we can make some slightly shorter ones without having to do any more cutting later on. So yeah, just get on with doing these. Depending how many pallets you want to do, if you want to do a big pile of them, just keep going until you've got loads of them, and then you can move straight on to the gluing stage. If you're just doing one, work out how many you'll need, and then cut away, and then crack on from there. Alright, everything's cut up and ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to get one piece there and another piece over it. So they're going to be our two bottom pieces. Get them about 2 inches apart, and you're going to lay one on top of there at that end, one on top of there at that end, and another one in the middle. There we go. That is the bottom of our pallet. And then if we take, I'm not gluing this together yet, I'm just showing you how it's all going to be laid out. One at that end, one at that end, and then we're going to evenly space them all the way across, just like that. Just give them a millimetre, a couple of millimetres in between each one. That's what's going to give us our pallet effect. And a little tip for you: if you want to break one, chuck it on there. There we go. And it gives us a nice little break. Makes it look a little bit more realistic. And if you really want, you could take the other end of the broken part, snap part of it downwards, glue it on there, sort of going underneath. Make it look like someone's stepped on it, broken it. There we go. So that's the basis of our pallet. I'm going to get this glued together, and then we can give it a quick paint, and then it'll be done. And then we can move on to making some more, and it's as simple as that. see guys, that did not take very long. Literally just chucked them all together, bit of super glue, and I'll give it about 10 minutes to dry, maybe half an hour, and then we'll move on to the paint. Well, there you have it, 3 pallets done. The little one I've done in the brown colour, and we've got a blue one, and we've got a yellow one. Not overly sure about the yellow one. I think it's a little bit too yellow, so probably wouldn't use that one again. But it's done. It might look good once we've dulled it down with a little bit of mud. I'll give that a go in a minute. Just give that about 10-15 minutes to dry. The blue one, I'm really happy with the blue one. So I'm actually thinking I probably won't wash over that one. I'll probably leave it as it is. The brown one, might give that a little wash. I'll give him a little while to dry because paint can change when it dries. So yeah, we'll see how that looks in a little while, and then we'll give him a wash. Here we go guys, we're all finished. As you can see, I've done the wash over the yellow one, which definitely improved the colour. I'm a little bit happier now. It was a bit too bright yellow, now it's got a nice sort of dirty look. The wash hasn't quite dried on there, but I didn't want to wait around too long. I gave a little wash to the brown one, just to give it that little bit dirtier look. It was a little bit too nice and brown. The blue one I've just left as it is. I actually quite like that blue. You quite often see blue palettes around. So I thought, yeah, that looks pretty good. With some of the previous palettes I've done, these have actually been done with some wood stains. I actually got them quite cheap. You can pick them up all kinds of cheap places, some discount places, Poundland, those kind of places. They do like big whole bottles for £1. And when you compare these ones with these ones, it's entirely up to you which ones you prefer. I mean, I quite like the stained look. As you can see, I think they look a little bit more natural, more stained wood, whereas these painted ones a little bit too solid in colour. But hey, it's whatever you fancy. So there you go. That's our guide to making really simple palettes. If you've enjoyed this video, subscribe. And this has been Simon from MagicMayhemHobbies, and I'll catch you guys later.